Hey guys, it's Steve, Hobo with Wood coming at you again. Uh, First, I want to thank all of my subscribers. I appreciate the subscription, appreciate the kind comments. I look forward to doing these videos, and I would welcome any comments. If you'd like to see anything, hey, put it in the comments field, and we'll see if we can't figure it out. Uh, Today, I'm going to be working with trying to uh, upfit a very inexpensive $1.25 mirror that was purchased at the Dollar Tree. Uh, and it's a star-shaped mirror with a plastic frame uh, with a glass mirror, but it's a mirror unlike I've seen before, and I'll show you that in a minute here. Also want to take a minute. I'll put another link down below in the description to remind you about my poll I have on Facebook. It is miserably hot here in the shop, and I am desperate for a haircut. But in order to help get my subscriptions over that 1,000 subscriber mark, I've put a poll up there. I will refrain from getting a haircut until October 31st. And if I can hit 1,000 subscribers before October 31st, 2022, you can decide how I get my haircut. There is a poll on Facebook that's just I'll put the link there. You just click in and you can vote. And I think the choices were just a really good professional haircut, or 2 completely shaved bald, cue ball bald, 3 a cul-de-sac, where I'll just take and shave just the top of the head, leaving this long for the potential comb over or just the look. So, and also business in the front, party in the back. Now it's hot, and I really don't want to do a mullet, but if that's what the majority of you vote for, we'll do it. But the link to that is down below. Subscribe, please. Go to the Facebook page and vote for the haircut, and I appreciate it. But now let's jump in here to this mirror and let's see what I can make happen. And is this a inexpensive item to get, and is this going to be a simple engraving, burning process on the back of the glass? That's what we're going to attempt to do. Is I'm going to attempt to, in fact, let's get in here. I've got a little baby Yoda here from my art library that, and it's small, 2 1/4 by about 1.5 inches. Because the mirror is not very big. The engravable area is only about 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Maybe a little bigger. I'll want to recheck that, but not much. But I've got this set on 3 different layers here. The tool path is being used somewhere else. Ignore that. It's not in the framing area here. But I've got 3 layers here. I've got the green layer. In fact, right click on your layer, and that'll show you what's only on that layer. Right click for your identification. So just the outline of little baby Yoda is on that layer. The next layer are just the inner of his ears, and then lastly, facial features and his fur lining on his little coat there. But the reason I put this on 3 different layers is to accomplish a couple of things. One, by doing this on 3 layers, I've got it at 3 different settings. Now, I've not burnt one of these mirrors before. This is going to be a test burn, a test trial. But based on what knowledge I've learned with trying to engrave glass and burning mirrors, I have a little bit of a springboard here, but this is going to be a totally random guess because this is very thin glass. The backing material is not like any I've seen. And so I don't know what's going to happen here. But if this burns well and burns, like it's set up, what will happen here is I'm at 80 millimeters a second and 80% power on the outline, with the ears, there we go, the ears at 80 and 50, and then 80 and 90 on the facial and the garment. So the ears will be a much lighter, not as heavy of a burn as the outline and the garment. So I'm hoping to get 3 different looks on that mirror from this engraving. That's the hope. But if it don't work, what this will do, since I've set them all at the same 80 millimeters a second, having the varying powers will tell me if there's a failure, like if 80 is or if 90 is way too much, and it just wants to set the back of this thing on fire. But 50 works great. Then I know, okay, well maybe 80, 50 might be the highest power I want to use. So this gives me a chance to learn from this project, but by only changing one factor, keeping the speed the same and only changing the power, then you get a true result of that variation. If you change speed and power, you don't know what ultimately how you were harmed or benefited. So this gives me 3 tests on 1 burn on 1 little project. And if it's a total failure, it's $1.25 out the window, and it's really not even that, because the glass might be ruined, but the little frame the mirror is in is still usable for other projects. So let me double check my measurements, get this thing set up, and let's see what we got. So this is a $1.25 mirror from Dollar Tree. It's got a different type of backing on it than what I'm familiar with mirrors. The mirrors I've burned and engraved before were just a painted on. This is has some type of paper backing, and I'm not real sure. One, is that going to be flammable? Is it going to engrave cleanly or burn cleanly? Because we do it from the backside like so. But if this works, they're pretty neat. I mean, this one's in a star shape and it has a star frame that goes with it. They've got some that are in the shape of clouds and dinosaurs and so on. So this might be something that, if this works, would be a real easy upfit and a easy thing to resell. So let's get in here and see what happens. Okay, I've got the material set up in there. And there's my framed area. I feel pretty good about that. The shape of the star lends to the design so that his ears can go into the further reaches of the star. So I was able to make him a little bigger. We're going to be working with about 2 3/4 of an inch maximum width. But let's cross our fingers and see what happens here. It's looking good. Now I did this in a fill mode. I have this layer. Initially it was a line. I took that line and gave it just a very small offset and then put that in a fill mode, because if we left that as the single line, that never would have shown up in the mirror. So this was the offset of a small line to create the outline of little baby Yoda. All right, so looking good. All right, now this is the ears. Now this was at the lower power, and it looks like it's getting through. There may be some residue there that may or may not, but that actually may work. It looks like this is a line from the backing paper. And that actually will just add character to the ears. That could be a really happy accident. It's got some bleed going on now. I can see areas at the top of the ears where it looks like it's burned, it's bleeding up through the engraved area. Hopefully that doesn't translate to the front. That's weird because that's at a lower speed. All right. Now. Did I do something wrong? Did I forget a setting? No, that's just, I don't know what's going on now. Okay, that's his fur. Okay, I got a little concerned there for a second. So no, that's exactly as I had it laid out. I should say that's the looks like maybe the fur lining on his apparel. And I'm prepared to do a back fill on this if this doesn't give me the distinct differences in the engravings. And by feel, I mean like the eyes and that fur lining. That can be easily filled with, for that matter, probably even just Sharpie marker. If not, maybe just acrylic paint. And that'll give it the distinct look I'm after. Okay, that was a short, quick burn. Now, glasses off. Let's see if we get any difference in the face over here. I don't know how. That's the downside of doing mirrors. It's hard to show that. That looks like that's pretty good. And I do like that accident with the backing on the ears. That actually worked. All right, I'm impressed. So that goes in a little mirror frame. Clean them up. Now there's my fingers behind it. So don't know what I'm going to do about the back of it yet. I got to figure that out. But the burn in itself, it worked. And you take a nice little mirror like that, and offer personalization. A Star is Born. Just put their name on it, and mom and dad can hang it on the door of the room. Chelsea's room. Make it like it's their dressing room. They're a movie star. All right, let's figure out the back of this and what I'm going to do to her and put her back together and show you a finished product. Okay, so we ended up just painting the entire back of it black. It was easy just to spray paint it black and be done with it. And there's our end result. I don't know if she's focusing because of the sun, and then, there we go. Like I said, the ears, they were a happy accident.
And probably a lot of you guys can hold that title too. You were happy accidents, but so thank goodness for happy accidents, right? So don't be afraid to play with your settings, especially on a first-time burn, because you'd be surprised at what you might gain from trying different things. I wanted to have a different texture with the ears, hopefully to achieve it in a different degree of engrave, but there wasn't much here to engrave, but it was amount of material that was burnt away. The ears didn't get as much burnt away, and the material had some type of lining through the material, and it worked out. So let's assemble this and see what we got.
So that was a quick and easy project, and something that you can turn some high gross profit percentage out of. You won't turn a lot of dollars, but you can magnify your dollar investment drastically out of little projects you can pick up at the Dollar Tree using your X-Tool D1 and or your laser of choice. Mine was the X-Tool, using Lightburn to do my creations. I didn't show you anything in the way of how I built that character. I did it from a free SVG. That'll be in another video. But if you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. And go down below, follow the link to that poll, and vote on my haircut. Guys, I'm desperate for a haircut. And I'm going to get one come Halloween time. If I get 1,000 subscribers before Halloween, I'll go get that haircut early, and I would love to do that. So like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's been Steve with Hobo with Wood. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.